Namaste everyone. Well, my name is Ruchika Sharan. I am co-founder and lead trainer of Om Yoga International. So in this video, we will be talking about pranayama. I have come across a few questions about pranayama because the basic problem that people experience while doing pranayama and are not able to develop interest in pranayama is because they are unable to feel it in their practical life. Because many people have the questions how the breath is connected with our mind, how the breath is connected with our emotions, how the breath can help us to change our lifestyle. Because breath is for living. So how come breath is connected with our life? So many people are not able to develop the interest. Now majority of the people know about asanas, how asanas can affect our health, how asanas can affect our physical health, even our mental health. But very few people have come across pranayama, have come across the effect of pranayama. They are able to feel the effect of pranayama. So in the next month, in the mid of October, we are coming up with this course, specially focusing upon pranayama, how pranayama can impact our practical life. Because pranayama is not only about breathing in and out. Because pranayama is not a breathing exercise, but pranayama, which is a deeper part of yoga, which is a deeper level of yoga, so that has a very deeper science which can directly impact our mental health. So our today's main question will be how pranayama, how by practicing pranayama, how by controlling the breath I can help to control my emotions. I can learn to control my emotions. So before that, the question is where these emotions reside. What is the place of the emotions? So our emotions, they reside in our mind. Emotions are inside our mind. Now, our mind has direct connection with the pranas. The emotions, they are directly connected with our mind. Mind is directly connected with our pranas. Now the next question is how to know that pranas and mind is connected with each other. So for this we have a proof. The proof is our ancient yoga, our traditional yoga, that is Hatha Yoga, which has been given by Lord Shiva. So the first textbook of Hatha Yoga, that is Hatha Yoga Pradipika, in the second chapter, in its second mantra, it has been clearly written there, Chale vate chalam chittam nishchale nishchalam bhavet yogi sthanutva mapnoti tato vayum nirodhayet. So chale vate chalam chittam. So it has been mentioned there, as soon as the breath starts wandering, so our mind starts wandering. Nishchale nishchalam bhavet. As the breath becomes stable, so the mind also becomes stable. So that means our mind is directly connected with our pranas, because this is mentioned and we have experienced also. Our ancient yogis, our saints, our sages have experienced this. So we have a full proof of all these things. Now the question is how should we experience that? So for that only we are coming up with the course. But before that, it is very important to understand how these are directly connected with our emotions. So we discussed the mind is directly connected with the emotions and it is directly connected with the pranas. So by controlling the pranas, we can control the breath. So a yogi, in order to achieve stability, in in his mind, he will do it by controlling the pranas. This is the path of prana samaya mana yoga. Means by controlling the pranas, you can control the mind. because yoga revolves around mind. So it is not so easy to control the mind directly. So our ancient yogis, our ancient sages have given this technique, which is even mentioned in our Hatha Yoga also, that you control the pranas, so mind will automatically be controlled. So that is why we can control the pranas so as to control the mind. If mind is controlled, then emotions are automatically in control, because emotions is a subtle part of the mind, because emotions reside in the mind. So if mind is controlled, then emotions are automatically in control. Now, most very often you must have experienced, we all have experienced, that whenever we are angry, our breath becomes very fast, and whenever we are very relaxed, we are happy, what happens? Our breath becomes deeper, even it is very slow. If you have not experienced, just experience it when you wake up. As soon as you wake up in the morning, just observe your breath. See how deeper the breath will be. You will feel the calmness in your breath, and so our mind is also relaxed. But as you start coming in your day-to-day activity, what happens? The mind starts thinking many things. The mind becomes very restless sort of stuff. So in that, what happens? Our breath also becomes unstable. See, this happens with all of us. Every moment. Why? Because every moment we are staying with this mind. Our mind is the driving force behind us. So that means behind the mind, emotions are working. So emotions are connected with each and every second of our life. None of the second, not even a single second of our life, you can say, is without emotions. Emotions can be any, happy emotions, sad emotions, angry emotions, any emotions it can be. But all the emotions are connected with our life, because emotions, they make our thought process. So depending upon the emotions, I will have the thought process in my mind. Depending upon this thought process, I will be acting in my life. I will be working in my life. So all my actions will be based upon my thoughts. My thoughts will be based upon my emotions. So all these are connected, and this in turn is connected with our pranas. So all these are interconnected with each other. This is what we have to understand. So don't you think it is very important to work on the pranas? Because every moment we are working with our thoughts. So indirectly we are working with the emotions. So if you go more deeper, we are working with the pranas. So let us go towards the pranas only, because that is the root behind everything. So why not control the pranas directly, so that our emotions can be balanced, our mind can be balanced, our thoughts can be balanced. So this is going to make my life also balanced. So this is the science behind pranayama. So we try to channelize our pranas in the proper way by doing pranayama. So this is about the emotions. Now coming to pranayama. Many people think pranayama is only about inhaling and it is about exhaling. But that is not pranayama, that is merely a breathing exercise. We have one third thing in pranayama, that is retention. Retention means holding the breath. You try to gain control over your breath. So what is that control over the breath? This is the third feature of pranayama, that is retention. So what we do by controlling the pranas, we are trying to channelize our pranas in the proper way. Most of the times you have seen, either our emotions are very high or the emotions are very low. Most of us are not even aware of this, because we are never aware of our emotions. We are not aware of the breath, but it happens. Sometimes we are very happy, we are very, very energized, but the other moment we will be dull, no energy in us. So that means our pranas are moving up and down, up and down. So our mind also, so our thoughts also, and so our emotions also. So that means pranas are flowing in our body every moment, but they are not channelized properly. If these pranas become high, then we feel highly energized. But if pranas become low in our body, we feel very dull, we feel very low, we feel very lazy. So won't it be better that the pranas which are flowing in our body, let them be channelized in a proper direction? So this can be achieved by retention, by doing pranayama. So pranayama, pranasya ayama iti pranayamaha, means giving rest to the pranas is pranayama. Controlling the pranas is pranayama. Control here means retention. Now, listening this is very simple. Talking about this is very simple, and most of us are practicing pranayama regularly. Most of you must be doing Bhastrika regularly, Anulom Vilom, Ujjayi, Shitali, Shitkari, Brahmari, all the pranayamas regularly most of you must be doing. But maybe you are not incorporating it into your practical life. You are not able to taste its effect in the practical life. Why? Because there is a proper way of doing pranayama. Pranayama, if it is done in a proper way, it can cure many problems of our physical level as well as our mental level. So that is why there is a proper sequence of doing the pranayama in a proper way. How much time we should inhale, how much time we should exhale, how much time we should hold the breath. There is proper ratio of each and every aspect. So learning that, incorporating that in your daily practice is going to help your practices become more and more deeper and developing more and more awareness towards your breath. And then you can see how pranas, how by controlling the pranas you can help to control your emotions in a more better way, in a more nice way. So now if your emotions are stable, mind will be stable. If mind is stable, what will be stable? Our life will be stable. Why? Because mind is the driving force of our life. We are working from our mind. Even now I am speaking. So my mouth is speaking, but behind my mouth, my mind is working. So behind my mind, my thoughts are working, my emotions are working. So that means my all life, my entire life, it is connected with my mind. So now what I am trying to do, I have touched the root of my driving force, that is my mind. And what is driving my mind? Pranas are driving my mind. So in pranayama, we are working upon the pranas. We are working upon making our pranas stable. Once pranas are stable, mind will be stable. Mind will be stable. All my thought processes will be stable. My emotions will be stable. Then my life will be in my hands. Then I will not be a slave of my emotions. I will not be a slave of my thoughts. Currently, what is happening? I am slave of my emotions. I am slave of my thoughts. But by practicing pranayama, by achieving control over the pranas, my emotions will come under my control, my mind will come under my control, and whatever I want to do in my life, I will be able to do that. Otherwise, now what happened? I know this food is not good for me, but still I will eat that. Why? Because that is not in my control. Because my tongue is not able to resist that. So I am not able to go in the direction I should go. I will always go in the opposite direction. I do not want to be angry, but still I get angry. I do not want to become sad, but I become sad. So that means whatever I want to do in my life, I am not able to, because no one wants to be angry. Why any person in this world would like to become sad? We are becoming sad unwillingly. Willingly, no one is going to become sad. Why? Because our emotions are not in our control. That is the main reason behind all that. So for that, we will have to work on the pranas. We will have to learn how to control our emotions in order to make our lifestyle better. Why? Because lifestyle is the external process. Emotions is our internal process. So internal is making our external life. So let us work on our internal process and try to achieve the stability in our life by making our emotions stable, by making our life stable, so that this can be achieved by practicing pranayama. And this is our main theme of our upcoming course in the mid of October, online pranayama course. So this is not going to be merely doing Anulom Vilom or Bhastrika or Ujjayi. No, this is because we all know what is Bhastrika, what is Anulom Vilom, what is Ujjayi. You can get many YouTube videos also. So we will not be teaching you only these pranayamas, but our main theme will be how you can transform your life with the help of pranayama, with the help of practices of pranayama. So this is going to be our main theme. So today in brief, we discussed about how pranayama affects our emotion, and in turn it affects our lifestyle also. Hope you all understood it. Thank you. Namaste.